Hey guys, so this is my last video for 2020, and 2020 has been a long journey, and I have accomplished many things, and I can't be grateful for the year that I had. So, in this video, I'll be wrapping up my 2020 and how my 2020 went. So, that's this for the video. I have recently published a blog of all the things that I have learned in 2020, and in this video I'll be going over through all the 20 points or all the 20 things that I learned in 2020. So let's get started with the blog.
Yeah, so let's start me wrapping up my 2020. It's been a long ride, and this is the final video for 2020. So let's just get started. Skills as a currency of exchange and identity. So in 2020, the most important, there are a lot of more, there are a lot of important things that I learned in 2020, but skills are the most important highlight of my 2020. In 2020, I realized the importance of developing a skill and being known for that skill. Basically, a skill is your currency and that you exchange with other people, and which later becomes your identity. So, this is about skills as a currency of exchange and identity. Learn to learn. Earlier, my learning was not very good. From childhood, I was an average student and I didn't know exactly how to learn new things. In 2020, I focused on improving my learning curve, and I focused on learning things faster. So that's about that. 2020 helped me to learn new things and taught me how to learn new things. Failure is personal. Uh, a lot of people that I encounter on social media, my friends, my family, and a lot of people, they post their good parts on social media and neglect the bad parts of their career. And this is exactly the model that I dislike. Being transparent is what I aim for in life, and showing your failures online is the best way of being transparent. So in 2020, I realized that showing failure is a much better way to inspire people than to show them your successes. Speak only when you have skin in the game. So I read a book by Nassim Nicholas Taleb on having skin in the game. So basically, what this concept revolves around is speak only when you have validated yourself in a particular field. And by validation, I mean validation through money. Like people have a lot of ways of validating themselves, but the only validation that counts is validation through money. So speak only when you have skin in the game. So invalidated opinions and untested methods are nothing but hypothetical situations of having something, achieving something basically. So you have to make yourself fall in love with reading, and I can't emphasize more on this point. Like I started reading books with 5 pages per day, and when I look back at those good old days, I realize how I started, and it now the journey now looks up to me, and I realize the importance of reading in my life. Almost all of the successful people that I know of have a habit of reading, and reading has surely contributed a long list of attributes in my life. So, moving on to the sixth point. Earning money doing the same thing over and over without any growth sucks out all the fun. So I earned money this year by doing web designs for other people and making websites for other people. But we took similar projects We took projects for e-commerce only, and we took for projects for repeated stuffs. Basically, we didn't challenge ourselves in this domain of earning money, and therefore our growth stopped at a point. So it sucked out all the fun of earning money because we were not growing, we were just static. And making money being static is really not the thing you want to achieve in your life, and it is like not at all fun. Not learning can actually make you worse off. The world is dynamic and always changing. If you're standing still, then you won't adapt. Forget moving ahead. You have to get better just to stay in the same relative spot, and not getting better means you are failing behind. You should have the curiosity to build things early in life, not to earn money. Yeah, this a lot of people have mixed opinions about this topic. So in 2020, I focused myself towards earning money because I turned 21, and that was my main focus. But later on this year, I realized that the curiosity to build stuff fades away as you grow old in life, and it is very, very, very important to build on stuff in life, build crazy stuff which sparks you from inside. And I can't emphasize more on this point. People in India always have a curiosity to earn money instead of building stuff, and this is what I think. This is what stops our country from innovating, basically, because the main purpose of the people in this country is not building stuff; it is to earn money. Money is always a byproduct, and it will always be a byproduct. Your ideology is the sum of the ideologies of people you hang out with. So this is very important, and I'm sure a lot of you have realized this point. It is like hanging out with rich people and hanging out with motivated people helps you become motivated, and helps you become a better version of yourself. So your company matters a lot, and in 2020 I joined communities where people encouraged me to build new stuff, and where people were building stuff themselves. So it acted as a positive catalyst in my case, and it helped me a lot. Be a creator, not a consumer. So you can either be two of these things. You can either be a consumer, and you can either be a creator. Being a consumer requires a lot of money, and then it's a wrong path to take in your life, because then you'll be focused how to get that money. You should figure out the why and the what first in your life compared to how. So create something, just don't think about money, and then make people your consumers. That should be the goal of your life. This is what I realized in 2020. 10th point, you have to surround yourself with a library of rich content to organize your thoughts and segregate what's best for you and what is not. So 2020 was a hell of a ride, and I read and read and read, and I saw a lot of videos, and I have made a YouTube video on the 10th point on being surrounded by content. And it's like these contents helped me get through 2020. I personally believe that after the age of 18, after you turn adult, a lot of what you think is influenced by what you hear and the people you look up to. So the content that you consume on a daily basis matters a lot. It is better to be a generalist than to be a specialist. So 2020 was the year when I realized that I don't want to be defined by a formal education, and it is better to be a man of many hats compared to a man of a single hat. Basically, life is too short to do only one thing. I'm pursuing engineering right now, and engineering is not the only thing that I want to do in life. I don't want to spend the rest of the 40 years of my life doing engineering. I want to learn new things. I want to try out new things which sparks me from inside. So that's what 2020 has been about. Money gives you the freedom, but most important of all, it gives you the confidence to believe in yourself. Yeah, after 2020, I earned my first freelance income, and to be honest, after earning that income, it didn't feel that great. But the most important thing that attributed towards my own personal life after earning that money was the confidence that I gained after earning that money. I started putting out myself more on social medias, making such type of videos. So that was really beneficial for me. Like, money gave me the confidence. Before money, I was a lot less confident compared to what I am now, and I would not have been speaking like this if it were not for money. Finding something in which you can be unique at. So all throughout the year, I heard people like David Perel and Talib and Naval, and all of these people focused on a single point: creating your personal monopoly, creating a creating a skill set or an intersection of skill sets in which you are best at. So 2020 was about finding my own particular skill set, something in which I am best at. So that's been a long journey, and I've still not figured what is my unique skill set, but pursuing different fields like code, design, game development helped me stand at the observation or the intersection of different skill sets and helped me view the world with a totally different perspective, which helped me a lot. You will have to ask for things in life. Yeah, this is, I think most of the people neglect this point. In life, when you don't have the opportunity, you have to create opportunities for yourself. You will not be given opportunities in life, and most of the people neglect this simple and basic point. They neglect to ask. They feel embarrassed to ask, and asking is the best possible solution when you don't have opportunities in life. Life is not easy, or life's not a bed of roses. You'll not get opportunities at your doorstep. You'll have to create opportunities for yourself. That is this is harsh, but it is something which you have to inculcate in your life. Plan macro, execute micro. So, like, I can relate to this personally. At the starting of 2020, I wrote on a piece of paper that earn your first freelance income. I don't have that piece of paper right now, but that was my macro goal, and I didn't know shit how to attain that goal. 2020 was planning the year to attain the single goal, and all the micro executions that I made brought me closer to that goal, and I achieved that goal. But I realized the importance of planning macro and executing macro. Destructuring things or destructuring goals into smaller chunks makes it easier, and it is easier to track your progress that way. So, number 15 is a very important point that I learned in 2020, and this is a very important framework that I'll be following later on in my life. Oftentimes you'll have to say no to things. Being socially awkward has its own advantages. Yeah, so building a diverse range of skill sets is not easy, right? You'll have to say no to a lot of stuff, you'll have to sacrifice a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, it is you, and it is up to you what you consider important and what you don't consider important. So I said no to a lot of things in 2020, and that contributed to the time that I had developing my skills. And sometimes it just takes time and effort to develop skills. So you cannot run away from that. You'll have to sacrifice things, and if you're not prepared to sacrifice things, then developing good skills is very difficult. And 2020 was basically a time halt for me to realize this, because the busy life that I had was not there in 2020. So this accelerated the process, and now I am well aware of which things I don't want in my life and which things I want in my life. Be afraid to regret. So at the starting of the lockdown, I started developing skills, started learning web development, code design, and all those things. And all throughout the year, not all throughout the year, but I was very afraid at the starting of 2020 that I only have 2-3 months of holidays. After that, my colleges will start, and I'll not get enough time to develop skills. So, this is what kept me going throughout 2020, and this is the most important framework that I have reckoned in 2020. Be afraid to regret. Regret is what made me achieve all the things that I have achieved today, and I think it is a good way of thinking. It is good to be afraid of regretting stuff. I don't want to regret in my life that about some things which I have not tried. So this is what fueled my 2020, and this is what contributed to the most of my success. Strive hard to be judged by your work, not by your personal stature. So I don't like posting pictures on social medias. My picture basically on social medias. Yeah, I'm not that photogenic, but I worked all throughout the year to generate my identity through my skills, not by my personal stature or by my opinions. So I wanted to be the guy who people know because he does interesting stuff, or because he codes, or because he develops games. So, and I think this is a very important concept in normal life as well. Uh, a lot of people judge us on the basis of what we think, not what we do. And I think that this as a fundamental concept is flawed. We should judge people on the basis of what they do instead of what they think. And in 2020, I made a promise to myself that I'll not be judging anyone on the basis of what opinions they hold or what they think. I'll be judging people on the basis of what they do. Because it is what you do that defines you, not what you think. Teaching someone something provides value to others. Teaching someone something slash providing value to others is noble. Yeah, like before 2020, I had mixed opinions about teaching, and I disregarded teaching as a profession. But in 2020, I realized that teaching is noble and providing value is very difficult. Like, it was very difficult for me to provide value in someone's life, and through the medium of writing, it is hell difficult. And it is an option really if you want to provide value to others' life or not. But 2020 was all about providing value. And like, the most important thing that I realized, one of the most important thing that I realized in 2020 is I want to have a life in which I provide value to other people. I don't want to live a life in which I'm not providing value to the society. So that's that. Like, it's an option whether you want to choose it or not. It's up to you. But it is just it is the mindset which I developed for myself in 2020. So coming on to the last point, success is indifferent to path, and this is the most important point, I think. I tried many things to get the clients that I have right now, and if I were to travel back in past, there could not have been a single. I cannot make it more easier, and I cannot make the steps more easier. Like, sometimes you'll just have to go through the process of trial and error of finding what works best for you and what doesn't. You cannot just escape the phase of working hard in life and finding your own path. So there's no definitive pathway for you to reach your goals faster. There never was. It is up to us to define a pathway for ourselves, and it requires a lot of trial and error. And 2020 has included a lot of trial and error for me, and it takes time, effort, and I cannot emphasize on the fact how much time and effort I have given to this goal of me achieving my first freelance income. And it sometimes, some days, I just used to sit blankly staring at the computer screen, like, when will I get my first client, or when will I get started with projects, and it is just like you'll be in dark most of the times, but the most important thing that I learned is you have to continue doing what you do, and you have to continue doing hard work. It is like you're traveling through a tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel there is a light, but to reach the source of the light you'll have to keep on traveling. If you stop, there is no reaching to the light. And 2020 was like a tunnel for me before reaching my goals, and I finally caught up to the light source, and it actually feels good to catch up to the light source. So this is an image of me. This is not an image of me actually. This is me writing some stuff at the starting of 2020 at my wardrobe, on my wardrobe, basically on a sticky note, and I pasted it on my wardrobe. So just try to be productive. This is how I started my year with, and like this year provided to be a very very good year for me. So I have changed a lot this year, and all the things that I have learned and all the perspectives that I got this year are summarized on this blog post that I have published. And basically I have poured my heart and soul in this blog post, and it's like writing. I somewhere read this year that writing is a form of meditation, and writing organizes your thoughts. So after writing this, I feel my thoughts are more aligned with what I want to do in life, and I can now clearly think what I want to do and what I don't want to do. So writing this year has contributed to a lot to my mental peace, and writing and reading as a whole, when you enter this ecosystem of reading and then writing and then reading and writing, you become a person that you yourself want to be. So you find the hidden thoughts that you wouldn't have in a normal day. So writing and reading is very 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 important, because it organizes your thoughts and it helps you identify what you want to do in your life. So that's me wrapping up 2020, and hopefully the next year also I learn a lot of stuff and I break my barriers. Thank you.